Hello, Gary Hernandez here, and welcome to Cane Self-Defense and Master Gary Hernandez. In this video, I'm going to answer another question somebody asked me. Somebody asked me, why should I even carry a cane with me? Well, I'm going to speak for myself, and then you can go ahead and take what I'm saying and think about it, and you can decide whether you should or should not carry a cane. It's entirely up to you. I'll just tell you why I carry one. Now, first off, I do not need to carry a cane for mobility. I have no injuries. I have no physical ailments of any kind that I have to rely on the support or mobility of this cane. I carry a cane because I understand the value of it for a great self-defense tool. Now, our school's in Florida. It's in Zephyr Hills. So in Zephyr Hills, we have a lot of older retiree people down here. We also have a lot of snowbirds that come down. And I'll see them with canes, and I'll ask them, have they ever thought about training with a cane? And I get the same response out of 90% of them. I don't need to. I have a concealed weapons permit, and I carry a gun. Well, Florida, a lot of people have concealed weapons permit, and carrying a gun, I do feel is a good idea as long as you're well trained and you know how to use it if the time comes upon to have to do so. But the cane complements other self-defense tools. Now, from here, I can have this cane. Someone's coming at me. I can smack them away. They move away, and I pull out my firearm. Now, the firearm is one self-defense tool. Yes, I can also pull out my knife. I do carry a knife on me. I call it a tool, but it can be used for self-defense as well. And I keep the knife in my right-hand side. But I always carry a backup, and I carry a smaller knife as a backup. And I keep that on my left-hand side in case my right arm is injured, my left hand can get to it. I also carry tactical pen because sometimes I got to write stuff down. It can also be used as the impact weapon, and it has a glass breaker in case I ever need help get somebody out of the vehicle, or I need to exit it myself. And then I carry a small flashlight that I can use at night for blinding somebody in the eyes and hitting them with the bezel. But as I'm getting older, at nighttime, having a small flashlight does help. So, you also have tasers and you also have pepper spray. But the cane will complement these because number one, it's already in your hand. It allows you to strike or something and then give you a chance to pull out some other self-defense tools if necessary. Second thing about a cane, excuse me, second thing about a cane is the fact that I can carry this anywhere. The majority of these self-defense tools, like the gun and the knife, you cannot carry on a plane. You cannot carry in a courthouse. You cannot carry on some campuses. Some restaurants and bars have signs, no weapons, and so you granted you're going to slide it down and hide it, but something happens and there's a sign, you might get in trouble. But the cane, you can take that in any one of these places. You can go overseas, and you don't really have to check it in. So you can carry your cane on the plane. You can travel with your gun, but you're going to have to check it in. It's got to be transported. So the cane is always in your hand, locked and loaded, as you would say, ready to go, and a moment's notice if you have to use it. Another thing is it doesn't look as menacing as the other self-defense tools. And if somebody does steal my cane, I'm not really worried about, like, somebody steals my gun, you got to report that. If somebody ever steals your firearms, you must report that. Because, there's a high chance it's going to end up in a robbery or a homicide. So you definitely want to report that. And number two, no one's going to take my cane pretty much because they're going to commit a crime. You know what? I need to bust into that liquor store, rob that guy. This is going to be the tool I'm going to use. No, don't get me wrong. They could hit somebody out, absolutely. But they're probably going to rob them with, more something like a gun or a big knife. So it doesn't look menacing. It's already in my hands, ready to go. It does complement carrying other tools, allows me to get to them, gives me a second or two to get them off, pull something else out, and I can take it anywhere I want. Also, think about this. You know, you're home, your grandkids are over. Obviously, you're not going to leave your gun laying out. You're going to lock it up so the kids don't get to it. Any sharp knives, you're not going to have them just laying around for the kids to play with. And I don't see the kids too much grabbing your cane and running around smacking everybody. You know, you can easily pull that away from them than them getting their hands on something else that's going to be a little bit more lethal. So it's a lot safer to have by you also in those reasons. So carrying a cane with you is really a good idea, but you want to also learn to train with it. So I would suggest if you're going to carry it for self-defense, get some good training. But it's just a good self-defense tool to have with you. I carry it because now I look at it like this. I'm 57. I don't have to rely on this. But I've been doing martial arts for 43 years. I have injuries over the decades. As I'm getting older, I'm already starting to feel arthritis come in certain joints. So in another 5 to 10 years, I'm definitely going to need this cane. I can already tell you I'm feeling the arthritis coming in. I'm going to get a lot older, so I'm going to have to rely on the cane. I could get into an accident and get injured tomorrow and have to rely on this cane. So walking around with it, getting used to it, getting used to working it with my right, getting used to working it with my left, getting used to having it in my hands, carrying it with me when I'm going out, setting it down when I'm eating, stuff like that. That's given me, besides training in self-defense, that's given me everyday training with the cane on how to carry it and how to keep it with me and how to walk around with it. So I don't look like somebody who's carrying it just walking around waiting to be robbed or something. No, I'll look natural as I'm carrying it. I don't mean you have to fake a limp. You don't have to do that. Just walk normal. I don't mean walk through the airport like this either, or nothing like that. You don't want to do that either. But you want to start carrying the cane, getting used to it, getting familiar with it, understanding what you can do with it, understanding that you can go anywhere with it, and it's a great self-defense tool that's handy, and a lot of canes look really nice. So that's why I carry a cane. So hopefully that does help, gives you a little more understanding about why you should be carrying a cane. Gary, just thank you very much, and I will see you guys real soon. Bye.